We, the Brits, have an untouchable track record when it comes to international punch-ups. Why? We haven't lost a war in over 1,000 years. We're currently undefeated World War champions of the world. Which begs the question, why do the Brits win every war? Do they?
We're launching a debate to find out if us Brits are as good at war as we like to think we are. In each episode, I'm being joined by a proud patriot from a country that was once our enemy to separate the fact from the fiction of our famous fights.
This way, please. Trooper, where's my tank?
Ta-ta! Here we come, the Romans in Britain.
Was it our superior weapons?
Yakita.
Yeah!
Our superior temperament?
I mean, do I have to do everything here? Do I have to do everything?
Or superior allies?
Save!
Was it good old British pluck? Or a bit of luck?
It's like the end of Dad's army.
It's time to find out.
I am ready for the games to begin.
Oh, crikey!
Why do the Brits win every war?
Left, Will.
In this episode, we tell the tale of an almighty imperial superpower and the people that dare to defy it. That's right, the American War of Independence, which began in 1775, and incredibly, the Americans, against all odds, gave the British the slip. This really is the war that Britain would like to forget. Not only did we lose America, but fighting a war the other side of the Atlantic cost us £40 billion in today's money. It was seen as such a disaster that nobody in Britain talked about it. The pages on this chapter of British history have been torn out and burned. Instead, we rely on the American version of events. But are they really accurate? Were their guns and battle tactics up to scratch?
Oh, shot!
Was Washington the great American hero they claim him to be when he crossed the Delaware?
Oh, fucking hell.
And finally, were rockets really the British secret weapon?
Papa Dad, there you go!
We're here at Roxton Abbey in Oxfordshire, home of Lord North, the Prime Minister who lost America. And this place, well, it's now an American university, so it should be swarming with American students. Who says the Yanks don't do irony? It all kicked off in the 1760s. Britain and her colonies in North America had just beaten France in the 7-Year War. It was an expensive conflict, so Britain started taxing the colonies in America to pay for it. After all, it was them she was protecting. The American colonists objected with the now familiar refrain of no taxation without representation. Why should they be filling King George's coffers with no one to represent them in Parliament? The final straw came in December 1773, when we forced them to drink only British-taxed tea. Protesters disguised themselves as Native Americans at Boston Harbor and dumped tons of tea overboard on what has become famously known as the Boston Tea Party. And, as we Brits all know, you can't make tea with cold water. Joining me in this quest to separate fact from historical legend is American legend himself, Reginald D. Hunter.
What the? Is this Al Murray's Country Manor? The hell kind of gigs do he be doing? I brought along a few patriots with me to visit Brother Al. Pub Landlord my ass.
Looks like Reg and his ragtag group of revolutionaries are looking for trouble. All it takes is one trigger-happy shot, and things get pretty tasty pretty quickly. Hopefully we can resolve everything over a nice cup of tea.
Reg, welcome.
Al, I hope you don't mind me asking, but what the bloody hell are you doing here?
Well, first of all, this is my command tent.
and I thought what we'd do is talk about the American Revolution because I'm British and I know nothing about it.
And you want to know how you lost America?
Yeah, America was lost.
Well, no, it wasn't lost because we know exactly where it is.
Oh, okay.
Now, before I go on, Al, what's that over there?
Oh, that's there's a sort of fort over there. Yeah, it's great. isn't it?
My, you don't see that every day. My American history taught me that the first black man that was injured in the Revolutionary War was Crispus Attucks.
Yeah.
And then the next thing my American history books told me about anything to do with blackness was Martin Luther King did the I Have a Dream speech.
Oh,
and
right.
And those are principally the only two things that black people did to contribute to American history.
Okay.
So if you're willing to learn with me,
Absolutely. Let's fill those gaps together.
let's walk arm in arm in brotherhood towards a
Beautiful.
greater destiny for us all.
Oh, beautiful. It's the special relationship. Yeah, let's do it. Well, we've got stuff to look at. Let's go.
All right.
Muskets to fire and reenactors to hang out with.
The first bit of American mythology to investigate is the first major British attack on the colonists, which took place at Concord, Massachusetts in April 1775. At this point, war had not been declared, but tensions were running high. The British garrison in Boston were ordered to capture a huge cache of Patriot arms, some 20 miles away, in Concord. They didn't want any trouble, so they set off in the middle of the night. However, they were being watched, and so the legend goes, Paul Revere, a silversmith from Boston, was dispatched to warn everyone. He risked life and limb to ride like the clappers through the night in the pitch black to become a national hero. He was celebrated in poems and songs, but how true can this tale be of daring do?
American kids are raised on this heartwarming tale. The lone man on his horse alerting his fellow rebels that the British are coming. These days, he'd have to use a WhatsApp group, wouldn't he? I mean, just imagine your average because I'm not allowed to use the word fat anymore, am I? Vast American on an horse. I mean, it would end up knackered and there would be no rebellion.
Right, so Reg, the British are coming, right? Paul Revere, all that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're going to just take another look at that.
Yeah, we can take a look at it, but couldn't we just do it over brandy? We got to do it like this?
Yes, Reg, we're going to see if you have what it takes to be an all-American hero, like Paul, with this contraption.
So I'm King George III.
Okay, I will be Wentworth Cheswell.
Right.
Yep, and because Paul Revere is done to death. Paul Revere did ride, but he wasn't the only one that rode and won the Americans that night.
Yeah.
So I am Wentworth Cheswell, who was a black man who was free because his mama was white.
Oh, well, okay. that seems reasonable.
Cheswell would go on to have a distinguished military career for the Americans in the Light Horse Volunteers, and was clearly more at home on a horse than Reg is.
Oh, he's on.
To my fans, 2021 never happened. I am Wentworth Cheswell. I'm one of 3 riders that rode that night. For some reason, only Paul Revere gets reverence for it. I'm sure him being white has nothing to do with it.
The British are coming!
The British are coming. This is when you were feared. Your people were feared. Just the horrible
go.
And the infernal British are coming. Okay. Damn. So you gotta go with the tide with this thing. Damn. Well, I guess you the best.
No. No,
No!
Reg, they didn't give up.
They can go to hell. The colonists are fucked.
Revolution's cancelled.
Looks like Reg would have struggled to warn the Concordians of the British arrival. But then, as it happens, so did Paul Revere, as he was captured by the British before he could get there, either at a roadblock or, unbelievably, some say, in a pub en route. Others, including Cheswell, were much more successful, like Isaac Bissell, William Dawes, and Samuel Prescott. Luckily for Reg, they used other signals like church bells to spread the word. Either way, it worked, and by the time the British actually got to Concord, there was an armed force to meet them. It soon descended into a fight, and hey presto, it was war.
Yeah, it's amazing who gets left out of history.
Yes, it's strange, isn't it? I suppose one of the reasons they say Paul Revere is in that poem is because his name rhymes
Yep.
really easily, with Cheswell doesn't rhyme, and the other guy, Isaac Bissell, his name doesn't rhyme, but I think your other reason might be more like it.
It's possible also that people looked at the black guy at the time and like, Wentworth Cheswell, that ain't your name, man. Come on, man. I mean, it doesn't sound like just a white dude's name. He sounds like the whitest of white dudes.
The whitest man ever.
Yeah.
Right, okay. But a hero of the revolution, a black guy.
Yes,
right? Yeah,
yes,
in the
yes,
thick of it.
yes.